Mars, the planet of action, courage, energy, and ambition, is finally shifting its zodiac sign on June 7, 2025 after a long and emotionally charged stay in Cancer where its fiery energy was subdued. Now, it's moving into Leo, a sign of authority, leadership, and pride, where Mars feels more empowered to take bold steps and assert its will. Mars will stay in the sign of Leo until July 28, 2025. But there's a twist. Ketu, the shadowy, spiritual planet, is already stationed in Leo. As Mars is entering this sign, it will form Pisach Yoga. This yoga arises from the conjunction of Mars and Ketu. Mars drives physical action and ego-based goals, while Ketu represents detachment, loss, past life karma, and spiritual liberation. When these two forces merge, they create an inner storm, a psychic fire that can manifest as sudden outbursts of anger or aggression, reckless behavior or impulsive decisions, a heightened but misdirected energy, a feeling of being restless, scattered, or isolated. This combination can bring chaos externally if not handled consciously. However, when directed inward, it becomes a rare opportunity for profound spiritual awakening. This conjunction is not just about external power, it's a call to awaken the spiritual warrior inside you. One who acts with courage, but from a place of detachment. One who fights internal battles, ego, fear, jealousy, to emerge more self-aware, more disciplined, and more compassionate. To handle this energy positively, meditate daily to calm the mind and tame restlessness. Follow a disciplined lifestyle. Structure is the antidote to chaos. Engage in selfless service without seeking recognition, it will purify your ego. Practice forgiveness and kindness, even when it feels hard. This softens Mars's harsh edge. If ignored or left unchecked, this yoga can lead to complete burnout, explosive fights, reckless actions, and sheer havoc. Now, let's explore what this Mars transit means for each zodiac sign. This forecast is based on Vedic astrology, so make sure to check your Vedic rising sign first for the most accurate results. Also, check your Vedic moon sign for emotional and inner impact. Let's get started. Aries, Mars is transiting through your 5th house. During this time you may feel an intense inner pressure related to matters of the heart. Love life could become a battleground of egos, or sudden breakups may stem from pride, impatience, or the need to prove a point. If you have children, conflicts or emotional distance may arise, and you must avoid reacting harshly. Students may feel mentally restless or disconnected from studies, unable to focus despite putting in effort. This is not the time for risky speculation or gambling. The 5th house also rules speculation, and overconfidence could lead to losses. The wiser path now is inward. Explore your true passions and remove what no longer brings joy. Don't chase recognition. Instead, create from a space of surrender. That's where genuine happiness lies. Avoid heated arguments with loved ones. Be careful around sharp tools, especially when engaged in hobbies or physical activities. Also, your stomach, heart, or lower back region could be sensitive. Take care to avoid inflammation or burns. You are being asked to burn away false pride in exchange for soul-deep creativity and inner joy. You will shine not by seeking applause, but by staying anchored in purpose, even when the world is silent. Taurus, Mars is transiting through your 4th house, stirring intense emotions tied to home, comfort, and close family members, especially the mother. You may feel sudden irritation or distance within the home environment. Arguments with family members may arise out of ego clashes, or due to holding on to past emotional wounds. Impulsive decisions related to property, vehicles, or relocations can backfire, especially if made in haste or anger. Avoid making big changes around the home or real estate right now. Instead, use this time to reflect on what peace truly means to you. Are you trying to control your surroundings out of fear or insecurity? Let go. This is a period to declutter your emotional space, and your living space, from patterns and attachments that no longer nurture you. Be mindful of fire hazards or physical injuries in the home, especially the kitchen, wiring, or heating equipment. Guard your chest and stomach areas from burns or strain. Avoid forcing anything with vehicles or property dealings. Real peace isn't found by fixing everything outside, it comes from detaching from the chaos and sitting with your inner self. Let go of control and you'll find strength where you least expect it. Gemini, Mars is transiting through your third house, amplifying boldness in communication, social media activity, and daily hustle. But with Pisach Yoga active, this surge of energy can quickly turn into confrontations, especially with siblings, neighbors, or online communities. Words may fly faster than you can control, and ego clashes may erupt over trivial matters. You may feel the urge to push forward, take shortcuts, or make rash decisions, particularly with documents, messages, or short trips. These could backfire if driven by pride or impatience. Instead of racing outward, redirect your mental energy inward. Reflect on what truly motivates your actions. This is a powerful time to cut off distractions that drain your focus, and sharpen your skills in silence. Avoid aggressive responses, especially online, and pause before you hit send. Ego-fueled reactions or competitive behavior now won't bring lasting results. Calm consistency will. Be careful with your hands, arms, shoulders, and gadgets. You may be prone to injuries, burns, or accidents during travel or while using tools. If you're in heated surroundings, like a busy road or workshop, stay alert. This is a chance to quiet the noise and listen to your true drive. Train your energy like a warrior trains his sword, with patience, precision, and purpose. Cancer, Mars is transiting through your second house. It may stir deep restlessness related to money, family dynamics, and self-worth. You might feel triggered during conversations with family members, especially where ego or past hurts are involved. Harsh words or impulsive speech could lead to arguments, especially over money, food, or old family issues. Be cautious of making sudden financial decisions out of pressure or pride, as the outcomes may not favor you in the long run. This is not the time to chase external validation through wealth or status. Instead, focus inward. What beliefs about self-worth or security are outdated? Which attachments to family patterns need to be released? You're being pushed to purify how you express yourself and what you value most. Spiritual strength now lies in speaking less and listening more, especially to your inner voice. Eating in a rush or emotionally could also affect your health, so be gentle with your body. Be careful with sharp objects or heated arguments around family. The mouth, teeth, and throat area may be prone to cuts, burns, or discomfort. Also, fire hazards at home, especially in the kitchen, should be taken seriously. Use this time to purify your speech, heal your family karma, and detach from material obsessions. When you stop fighting for control and start observing with clarity, the energy transforms into wisdom. Leo, this Mars transit will light a fire right in your core, Leo. With Mars and Ketu forming Pisach Yoga in your first house, your physical energy and ego will be highly activated, but without clear direction. You may feel suddenly agitated, quick to anger, or overly confident in asserting your opinions. Even small challenges could spark heated responses or anger outbursts. Fights can arise easily, especially if someone questions your decisions or identity. Be cautious. Actions taken in haste or out of ego may backfire. This is not the time to push forward with external pursuits, rather, it's a period for intense inner work. You're being called to confront hidden anger, fears, or unhealthy attachments to how you're seen by others. Look inward. Ask yourself, where does your true strength come from? What false identities need to be let go of? This energy can transform your sense of self, burn away arrogance, and help you emerge with a quieter, stronger inner power. But only if you stay grounded. You may be more prone to injuries, cuts, burns, or inflammation, especially around the head or face. Drive carefully, and avoid confrontations. Also, be alert in environments involving fire, sharp tools, or physical danger. If you align your actions with humility, routine, and inner awareness, this psychic fire will not burn you, it will forge you into something higher. A true spiritual warrior is born when ego bows to soul. Virgo, Mars is transiting through your 12th house. There will be an intense inner storm brewing beneath the surface. This transit may bring restlessness, mental agitation, or feelings of isolation. You might feel pulled between your desire for spiritual liberation and sudden bursts of frustration or anger. Hidden fears and unresolved past issues can surface, making it a challenging time for your mental and emotional health. External circumstances might limit your freedom, travel plans may face delays, or privacy could be compromised. Beware of rash decisions related to foreign connections or spending, as they can lead to losses or regrets. It's important not to rush into anything involving hidden matters, secret dealings, or behind-the-scenes activities. Physical health related to the feet and sleep patterns may be affected. Guard against accidents, burns, or cuts in your feet. Stay mindful of your mental well-being and avoid overexertion. This is a time to retreat inward, slow down, and heal, rather than push forward with outward actions. This is a powerful period for inner cleansing and spiritual growth. Meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection can transform chaotic energy into deep wisdom. Embrace solitude to confront your inner demons and release karmic baggage. Libra, Mars is transiting through your 11th house. This transit can stir up intense restlessness around your goals, ambitions, and social associations. You may feel driven to chase quick success, but beware, acting with ego or overconfidence in social settings or while seeking gains can lead to disappointment. Sudden arguments with friends, misunderstandings in group projects, or clashes with elder siblings may arise, all rooted in pride or frustration. If you're expecting results from your hard work, this phase may test your patience. Quick wins might elude you, and misjudgments in networking could damage connections. Avoid comparing yourself with others or boasting about achievements. It's not the right time to aggressively pursue desires or force outcomes. Results may turn chaotic or hollow if driven by ego. Be careful during social gatherings or while working with groups, there may be risk of accidents or flare-ups. Watch out for inflammation or injuries in the lower legs and calves. Practice moderation, humility, and conscious communication in all your social dealings. Turn inward to reevaluate your definition of success. Are you chasing recognition or true fulfillment? Release attachments to approval and popularity. Channel your energy into silent contribution, genuine friendships, and service-oriented work. Through detachment, you'll uncover more meaningful and lasting rewards. Scorpio, Mars is transiting through your 10th house. Your professional life is entering a period of intense internal and external pressure. You might feel a sudden drive to push ahead in your career, assert dominance at work, or break free from authority figures. However, this heightened energy can be misdirected, leading to arguments with bosses, rash career decisions, or damage to your public image. Ego clashes at the workplace are highly likely, especially if you feel unrecognized or undervalued. Be very cautious when making career moves. Impulsive resignations, power struggles, or shortcuts could backfire. This is not the ideal time to launch public ventures or take bold steps without proper planning. The temptation to prove yourself through action may feel strong, but outcomes could be disappointing if driven by pride. This house rules the knees, joints, and bones. Take care to avoid injuries in these areas. Also, physical environments tied to work, offices, factories, or places involving machinery may carry risk of accidents or fire. Step back from outward projection and focus on inner alignment. This is your chance to become a stronger and more humble leader. This time is inviting you to reflect deeply on your purpose and how you handle ambition. Let go of the need for constant external validation. Real success now lies in silent dedication, selfless effort, and detachment from praise. Reflect on what your soul truly wants to build, not just what the world expects. Sagittarius, Mars is transiting through your 9th house. Your beliefs and moral compass may face intense internal pressure. This is a time when your faith could be tested, and you might find yourself questioning mentors, religious practices, or even your life direction. You may experience clashes with father figures, teachers, or guides due to ego, stubbornness, or ideological rigidity. Be careful. Heated arguments or disrespect in these areas can leave lasting emotional rifts. This transit can also trigger sudden urges to travel or pursue higher learning, but impulsive actions in these areas may not lead to desired outcomes. Avoid rushing into foreign trips, publishing projects, or legal matters. There could be delays or hidden consequences. Overconfidence in your beliefs or actions could backfire during this time. Be mindful of inflammation or injuries in the buttocks, thighs, or lower back. Also, avoid reckless travel or confrontations with authorities. If you're around fire, foreign lands, or religious gatherings, take extra care. The energy is volatile. Use this time to release limiting beliefs and walk a path of quiet inner strength. This is a powerful period for turning your search for truth inward. Let go of outdated belief systems or spiritual arrogance. Engage in quiet reflection, study sacred texts, or seek teachers who guide you toward humility and deeper wisdom. The real journey now is not across countries, but into your own inner world. Capricorn, Mars is transiting through your 8th house. A deep, intense energy will stir within. This is not a surface-level phase. You are about to confront hidden fears, past traumas, or unresolved emotional layers. Sudden changes, power struggles, or unexpected events related to joint finances, in-laws, or inheritance matters may arise. This transit could bring a strong urge to control the uncontrollable, but the more you force outcomes, the more resistance you'll face. This period may also cause tension in intimate relationships or trigger mental stress through secrets, mistrust, or overwhelming emotional surges. If you're involved in insurance, taxes, or other 8th house affairs, avoid risky decisions or impulsive reactions. The danger of rash behavior, especially around physical safety, is heightened. Be careful while driving, handling sharp objects, or entering unfamiliar spaces. Be extra cautious of accidents, burns, or inflammation in the lower abdomen or reproductive areas. Avoid anger outbursts with in-laws or partners. Ego clashes here can be damaging. Instead of external fights, channel this energy inward and allow old pain to burn away, making space for spiritual rebirth. This time is demanding you to let go of control, ego, and past pain. This is a powerful time to explore spiritual practices like meditation, shadow work, or healing from karmic wounds. Don't run from discomfort, lean into it consciously, and you'll emerge more resilient and awakened. Aquarius, Mars is transiting through your 7th house. Your relationships are likely to face serious tests. The energy here is fiery, impulsive, and ego-driven, creating a tendency for heated arguments, especially with your spouse, business partners, or anyone you're closely associated with. If there are unspoken frustrations, they might explode now. Be cautious. Words spoken in anger can cause long-term rifts. Avoid rushing into or out of commitments. This isn't the right time for impulsive decisions regarding partnerships. Externally, you may appear more aggressive or dominant in your public dealings, which could intimidate others or lead to sudden clashes. Your tendency to be blunt or to act out of stubborn pride can trigger backlash in contracts or collaborations. If you're facing conflicts in marriage or business, see it as a mirror. The real battle is internal. There is also a danger of physical stress or injuries through travel, arguments, or public interactions. Be especially cautious in social settings where tempers can flare unexpectedly. This is your time to become a peaceful warrior, strong but silent, fearless but fair. This is a karmic period to face your attachment to control in relationships. The Mars-Ketu fire is not meant to burn bridges, it's meant to burn ego, expectations, and codependency. When you detach and interact with compassion rather than command, you rise into true spiritual partnership. Pisces, Mars is transiting through your 6th house, creating intense inner and outer battles. You may suddenly feel provoked by coworkers, competitors, or authority figures at work. Petty fights may emerge from ego clashes, especially if you're trying to assert dominance. Avoid impulsive responses in your job environment. This is not the right time to prove a point through confrontation. Any rush to quit a job, change routines, or act out of frustration can backfire. Your health may also demand serious attention. Inflammation, cuts, or injuries, especially around the stomach, intestines, or lower abdomen, may flare up due to careless habits or excessive anger. Hidden enemies or karmic rivals may surface, but this is your chance to conquer them not with aggression, but with calm mastery and discipline. Pisces, Mars is transiting through your 6th house, creating intense inner and outer battles. You may suddenly feel provoked by coworkers, competitors, or authority figures at work. Petty fights may emerge from ego clashes, especially if you're trying to assert dominance. Avoid impulsive responses in your job environment. This is not the right time to prove a point through confrontation. Any rush to quit a job, change routines, or act out of frustration can backfire. Your health may also demand serious attention. Inflammation, cuts, or injuries, especially around the stomach, intestines, or lower abdomen, may flare up due to careless habits or excessive anger. Hidden enemies or karmic rivals may surface, but this is your chance to conquer them not with aggression, but with calm mastery and discipline.